Greetings, everybody. My name's Nathan. I am the creator and founder of Art Wars, Winning the War Within. And I'm just going to come to you from my garage. This is my studio space. And I want to teach you. I want to teach you about becoming an art professional, because so many times we've heard that, oh, you want to be an artist. Well, what career do you want within the arts? And it's hard to answer that. What cardboard box do you want to live out of? I've heard that stereotype too. Just a little bit about myself. I've been in the classroom for 19 years, and about a year ago, I decided, you know what, I need to do something different, and Art Wars is that. I've had Art Wars since 2017, but I took the leap last year to really take it on full time. And what Art Wars is about, it's about advancing the artist, building the builder, cultivating the creator, and inspiring the innovator. Okay, so I want to build you young artists up. I want you guys to feel empowered to go into an arts-based career. I want you guys to be able to say to friends, family members, this is the career I want to go into. This is what I'm going to be able to be paid. This is what I'm going to be able to do with an art degree or a specific art degree. I'm not going to do a lot of editing. I'll be frank and say, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to edit. These videos will probably be 10 to 15 minutes, but I'm going to come at you real. I think so much of everything now is AI generated and fake and edited and so polished that there's no mistakes out there. When in reality, I want to show mistakes. I want to show mistakes because I want you guys to make mistakes, and there's a specific reason why. And we're going to go through all of that. This coaching video is going to be called The War Room. So Art Wars, Winning the War Within. When you have a war room, what they do is they talk about and they strategize how they're going to win a particular war. And so our war isn't physical necessarily. There is a little bit of physical aspect to it, but it's mental and emotional. And it's like, how do we come together as an art community and support each other and strategize together in order to become better and in order to win that war within ourselves? Well, that's what Art Wars is about. That's what the War Room is about. You guys are going to have an opportunity through comments, through emails, to let me know what you want me to talk about. But I'm really going to talk about you guys, a little bit of my own personal experience, where I'm headed with Art Wars, where I'm headed personally in my artistic journey. So many things to talk about, so little time. But this is going to be a bi-monthly call. I'm going to work on getting 2 episodes out every month. And whether you watch or not, that's up to you. But I guarantee I'm going to have good resources for you. I'm going to go over things that are really valid and really important for you if you decide that you want a career in art. Or, honestly, if you decide that you want a more of an advanced career rather than simply like a 9-to-5 job. So really, this is about building you up. But this is specifically me hopefully training you guys on something I didn't have. I had a wonderful art teacher. I've had wonderful art teachers all the way through my elementary, middle, and high school, college experience. But I never had somebody sit down with me and say, okay, let's look at the different careers. How do you get there? How do we go from A to B and then B to C and then C to D? And that's what the War Room is about. It's about trying to obtain that career in art that you want. So I have notes over here. I'm going to teach like I taught in my classroom, very informal. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about mistakes. I'm just going to keep going. You might hear ums. Like, life isn't perfect, and we need to realize that. So first thing I want to go over These coaching calls, they're about art and art professions. There's going to be no hidden agenda. There's going to be no propaganda. There's going to be no politics. I'm sick of all of that stuff. There is going to be nothing intentionally controversial. We are going to be transparent with everything we teach, and it's just going to be a place for art and artists and people who want to use art in their everyday life or as a career or as a hobby on the side to make a little extra money. Really, that's all it's about, nothing else. So this is a very safe video for everybody. Here we go. I have a new website, so I am going to do a little minor editing. I'm going to cut and then, show the website and do stuff like that. So I'll probably cut and do that, insert that here. The competition. We have sort of two platforms for Art Wars. We have an Art Wars competition, and we have an Art Wars education. So let's talk about the competition and what exactly Art Wars is. Art Wars provides an active, in-the-moment art competition. You are creating work on site. You have an hour and a half. You have a prompt to work around. You have other people in the room that are competing against you with that same prompt. So it's intense, but it's fun. And here's the cool part. The Art Wars competitions that we've had have been so well received, and the kids that are participating, they want everybody else to succeed in creating the best work of art. Yeah, they want to get first place, but they want you to be your best, because they know then if they win, they beat somebody at their best. And so it's competitive, yes, but it's also really supportive. I compare it to running. If you've ever ran a half marathon or a 5K or a 10K or even a mile run or whatever, the running world is very good at supporting each other. They're cheering everybody on. They want everybody to run their best time, because they know then, if they win, they legitimately won. So you're going to be judged during that. You're going to have 20 minutes to write an artist statement. Art Wars is awesome. It's amazing. We have it sanctioned in South Dakota, which means South Dakota has an Art Wars activity. They have something that they get first, second, and third place for. They have accolades that they get to bring home. They have, most importantly, a medium or a modality to fail. And that's what Art Wars is about. It isn't about succeeding. Yes, we want to work towards that success. Yes, it's great to bring home first, second, and third place. But we want you to fail. And the reason we want you to fail is because we learn from our mistakes. And we'll talk about that more in the future as well. But I want you to fail because that's how we learn. Think about the drawing process. Think about drawing a circle, drawing hands, feet, whatever it is. The way that you learn to draw correct, the right lines, is by drawing the incorrect lines. And that's what Art Wars wants to do, especially the competition. We want you to make the mistakes now so you are better prepared in the future when you go into that interview, when you apply for that job, that you don't make those mistakes because you already made them in high school. And then you're able to obtain that job. And that's truly what Art Wars really wants for you guys, is for you guys to chase that dream and grab it and attain it. And so that's what Art Wars competition is. We really want you to succeed by failing. I want you to succeed through your failures. Think of your failures as the groundwork to success. So there's awards there, it's judged, mention all that. Now, the other half of that, Art Wars education. It is going to help you connect your passion to a profession. I want to have podcasts. I want to have book reviews. There's going to be product reviews. There's going to be affiliate programs. If you don't know what affiliate programs are, look it up. What is an affiliate? What is an affiliate program? I want to get you guys art supplies. I want to get you guys deals so you're able to continue working with your art. I want to get you guys percentage off at possibly Dick Blick. I want to help you guys get 10% off at Sketchbox. That's coming. So you guys can get a discount on these amazing art supplies. So that's coming. All of that's coming. Coaching's coming. Like, there's going to be so much to this website. It's not even a basic traditional website. This is going to be a hub where young artists can come and figure out what exactly they want to do, and it's going to give them the tools and materials to do it. So I'm really excited about Art Wars Education. Right now, it's blank. It's pretty barren. That's because the website just was finished, and we're going to start filling it up with calls like this. So I am super excited about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the homepage for theartwars.com. And you can see Art Wars winning the war within. And we have the description, sort of basic website. You scroll down, we have Art Wars Education and Art Wars Competition. So if you're interested in taking part in the competitions, want to know where we're at, we're really looking to grow this to a national competition. But you click on Explore Competition, and hopefully it goes somewhere. Here we go. So become an artleet. Reason why I have artleet is because athletes, what do? Well, athletes, they have competitions, they win or lose, but they constantly practice. They constantly try to get better. They constantly really want to improve their skills, so they become the best in their sport or activity. And so I want that mentality from artists. I want you guys to become artleets. Might think that's cheesy. It doesn't matter to me. So becoming an artleet, this is where you're going to register. Now, I don't have any events. You won't see any events from South Dakota because they have it sanctioned. So their state high school league has taken over Art Wars. They have 4 competitions at different locations throughout the state. That's what we want all states to end up having. But this is where you're going to register. So the couple events that we're having in Minnesota and then Ohio, they're going to be listed on this, and that is how you would register and compete for those. Hosting, if you're interested, if your art teacher is interested in hosting, or you know of a place, maybe there's some sort of artist guild or hometown museum that would want to host, by all means, like, click on hosting, and it's just basically getting in touch with me. Interested in hosting. So media, that's going to be pictures connected with Art Wars Connect. You're talking to me. Partners, I'm looking for partners and sponsors, people who are going to donate because they believe in this mission and this vision. So if you know of any people, if you know of any companies that really support the arts, send them my way. Now, there's merch, and that's a different tab, and now I just lost. There we go. So this has not been updated yet. Like I said, updates are happening. This is the old logo. We have the new logo combining the blue and the orange with the education and competition. So that's going to get updated. There's going to be some new stuff on there and more variety of colors. So let's go to Art Wars Education. Confidence and mindset. We really want to develop our confidence and mindset because that's what's going to push us through to obtain our objectives and goals. Artist interviews and podcasts. Now, there's a lot of artists already on YouTube Shorts and Instagram that you guys follow and stuff. I want to talk to these artists about the business side of things, about making money, about how they're able to do art as a career financially, to give you guys a better structure of what you can plan to go into. There's a big difference between working for a company and doing graphic design or working for a printing company versus being an entrepreneur, being out on your own, and having a lot of flexible income as opposed to a steady income. So am going to talk to artists all around in all different professions about those things. College and university partnerships. If you're listening to this and you're a college or university, get in touch with me, because you guys can really like benefit from this, and you can get your art program displayed on here so it doesn't just get lost on the website. So college, university people, oh, you also might want to host Art Wars, like just a thought, as, I don't know, a recruitment tool. It's amazing, the colleges and universities that we've had it at, they want kids to keep coming. There's a couple in South Dakota, one college, or one university actually, they started with 37 people their first year. Their second year, it grew to 105, and their third year, 209 people showed up. 209 kids. People want Art Wars. People want to compete and have fun and support each other and develop themselves. So yeah, colleges, universities, reach out to me. And then here, I'm very excited for this. This is the Artist Arsenal. And this is going to have like the links to Sketchbox, the links to Blick, and I'm working with these companies to try get you guys discounts on art supplies. There's something called Lean Stream that offers, I believe they use T-Mobile connections, and they offer things like phones and tablets at discounted rates going through their program. So that's going to be on here. So check those out. Check out the site. Again, I know it's not finished, but we're going to put this out. That, and if you know of anybody who wants to get on this site, have them reach out to me. Nathan@theartwars.com, info@theartwars.com. All right, let's get back to the discussion. What I want to know from you is today, so during this call, what questions do you have about obtaining a career in art? Okay. There are so many questions from, well, what can I go into with an art degree? You know, I want you to ask the same thing about any other category of class that you have. What can you do with a math degree? What can you do with a science degree? What can you do with a social studies degree? They're all the same questions, but here's the thing. What we want to do is not just look at it as art, okay? And we don't want to just look at it as science. We don't want to look at it as only math. The education system does a tremendous job about analyzing and breaking down all the careers that are down there into the categories: art, math, science, gym, music, social studies, economics, all of that's business. It's wonderful. It's great. What the education system doesn't do, and I might get kickback for this, but I really don't care, is they don't put it together well. They don't say, okay, well, you have art, you like art, but you also like science, and that science might happen to be chemistry. Okay, well, what about glaze formulation? That is a science and an art. What about like clay formulation? What about creating a new style of pencil? Product development, a new, oh my gosh. One of the things I found through Sketchbox was this liquid graphite. I didn't know you could liquefy graphite. Whoever invented that, thank you. It's amazing. I'm going to show it to you sometime. But there are all these careers that are out there that we're just like, okay, well, what does a career in art bring? Well, nothing in and of itself. Everything's intermixed. And so that's what Art Wars wants to do. We want to help you find that career. And it's probably going to be combining one or two other careers. Or not other careers, but one or two other subjects that we have. And so I want you to think about life as not just art, not just science, but a blending of these. And that's why your other classes are important. Take note, see what interests you, see what connection you can find that art has in science, in math, in economics, geography, all of that. This world is amazing, and amazing things can happen when we start connecting the dots. And I started connecting the dots not all that long ago. I want you to start now when you're young. So Yeah, I want you to start synthesizing these careers. For example, uh, a local engineering company. A local engineering company has, I believe, 3 or 4 guys who do research and development. And they, like 3 of them for sure, what their job is they work with Cinema 4D. If you don't know what Cinema 4D is, it's an animation program. And what they do with that animation program is they talk to the engineers and they see how this machine is going to work. And so they put it together digitally and animate it, and they show the client the product on Cinema 4D on this animation before anything gets made. So they know, okay, I'm going to need a person here to do this job. I'm going to need a person here to do this job. Art and engineering. So it's not just art. It's art and everything mixed. Oh my gosh, this one I loved. So keynote speakers, those are your main speakers at conferences and events. There's people who illustrate those. There's people who illustrate those notes. So whatever the presenter in front is talking about, they have an illustrator on the side that gets paid to do it. And I'm not talking $50 an hour. They get paid a couple $1,000s to fly out. Their travel probably gets paid. Their hotel gets paid. And they get paid a couple $1,000s to help illustrate the keynote speech because visuals are so important. And so it's amazing. It's like awesome that there are these careers out there, okay? I know AI is coming, and guys, don't worry about AI. Start developing you. AI is not going to be anything compared to what an artist can do. I would say with 100% certainty that the art career might have to shift. It might have to change absolutely with AI, like a lot of things are. But the art career and the places you use art, it isn't going anywhere with AI. Like, you know, it's not going to be dissolved or anything. It will change, but art will always be around, and we need that personal touch. So I'm almost done here for today, but what I want to talk about, and it's hard to see behind me, but I'm going to have a digital version of this. There's 12 career paths of art and design. Okay, and so we have the business of art and design, we have the fine arts, we have the photography and imaging, art education, computer animation, game arts, virtual reality development, visual studies, entertainment design, communications, arts and graphic design, motion design, and illustration. And then under those categories, I have a list of a bunch of careers that are a part of those categories. I have a list of 550 plus careers. Now, as you go through it, what I want you to do, it's not a perfect list. I've gathered it from other resources. I've used ChatGPT, like use AI as a tool. Okay, don't depend on it. Don't use it as a crutch, but use it as a tool. Because if I had to research individually every single one, oh my word, that takes a lot. And ChatGPT would take that years-long journey down into 2 weeks, maybe a month. We'll see. I plan on going through each and every career that I have up there. But there's going to be careers that you don't recognize. Look them up. If you really want to become an artist, what I want you to do is start doing the work. Start doing the research. Start bettering yourself through reading and mindset. We're going to talk about mindset during this call. I want you guys to better yourselves. And when you start bettering yourselves, guess what? You feel better about yourself. You perform better with the tools and the techniques that you have. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for this. I am super pumped for this. I love the fact that I just have a couple notes and I am going off script, and yes, I love this. This feels right. This feels good. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for watching this. I am going to, next to this video should be the link to that list of 550 careers. That is yours. That is yours for free. Print it off, bring it to your art teacher. Tell your art teacher to start watching these so they can incorporate some of this stuff in your class. Artists, you are important. Artists, there's a place for you. Artists, never feel less. I don't care what anybody says. Never feel less about yourself for liking art, loving art, and wanting to do art every single day of your life. It is an amazing career. It is an amazing adventure, and you will be so fulfilled when you push through to get that career in art that you have dreamt about. So I'm going to end the video with that. There are different ways to help Art Wars. Today I want to, before I end, just talk to you about one, like our pages, like our reels, follow us. Follow us on, I don't know what I have. There's Art Wars Education. Tell me what I should get. Should I get, I have, TikTok? I don't dance well. Maybe that's what you want to see. You know, Instagram. I'm middle-aged. I know enough about technology to be dangerous. YouTube. This is going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on my website. I'll put it on any social media that I can for you guys. So spread it. Like our pages, like our reels. Follow us. Word of mouth. Start talking about Art Wars competitions and Art Wars education to your friends. Okay, start sharing them with other schools and other districts and other art people that you meet. We need to get a national competition going, and Art Wars has the framework. We need to compete against each other and lift each other up through the competition, and that's Art Wars. Today, I want to talk Sketchbox quick. One way that you can help support Art Wars is by buying from our affiliates, and one of our affiliates is Sketchbox. Here's the cool thing. Sketchbox is going to provide you, if you go through my link, which will be here, if you go through my link, they're going to give you 10% off. And then Art Wars gets 10% of your order. So that's a cool way for you to benefit because they have some amazing kits. They have some really good materials. And what's cool is when you get your kit, they have a list of the retail value, and then you see how much you paid and you realize you saved money on the markers or the graphite pencils or the liquid graphite, which, oh my gosh, it's awesome. They even have clearance items. So by all means, check the clearance items out. See what they're getting rid of to make new stock for, and take advantage of the extra $5, $10 off, whatever it might be. But Sketchbox is an amazing company that I've really grown to like. You can also donate. You're going to see the donate button up somewhere on the website. You can donate a minimum of $5 if you want. If you want to see this perpetuate and go and get up to a national competition, which we're doing, $5 goes a long way. And you're like, well, it's just $5. But if you get hundreds and hundreds and then thousands of people to donate $5 once a month, man, that $60 throughout the year really adds up, and it really helps us to be able to support you guys by making more of this programming. So I am really pumped. I'm really pumped with how this video went. You are going to see more of me. If you have any questions, email me, nathan@theartwars.com or info@theartwars.com. Check out the website, see what's up right now. There's not a lot up. See where we're having competitions. We're going to be in Minnesota here at 1 or 2 locations, and then we oh wow. And then we are something happened. Oh. And then we are also moving into Ohio. So if that's where you live, by all means, ladies and gentlemen, start looking at if you're close to that, where you can take part into those competitions. All right, I've talked enough. I'm going to keep these around 20 minutes, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but that's where I'm going for. So have a blessed day, everybody. I appreciate you watching. If you watch this whole thing to the end, thank you. All right, take care and have a good one.